Good morning. Good morning. I hope you're having a good morning so far. It is a beautiful day here, a little on the chilly side, but still beautiful. And so I've got, I wanted to be with you guys this morning at 10 o'clock and Eastern time, of course. So, anybody that is here live, make sure you say hello so that I know you're here. And if you haven't given StreamYard permission to see who you are, then make sure you let me know in the comments who you are as well. And then I would suggest that afterwards, you can go back and look at the replay of this. And in the not the comments, but in the description above will be a little place that you can go to StreamYard, and it'll be a link that you can go in and allow StreamYard to see who you are, so that anytime you get on anything with me with StreamYard, it will automatically show me who you are. All right. So still got some sinus stuff going on this morning. I don't know how it is where you are. I know I've seen some pictures and people are still dealing with snow and all that kind of thing. And we didn't have any ice or snow really this year here so far. And typically we don't from here on, but stranger things have happened. So I'm not going to say it's not going to happen. We never know, because nature has its own mind and its own force. So we can only predict to a certain extent. And then, like, I looked at the weather app yesterday, I think it was, and it was showing that one of the high temperatures this week was going to be mid 70s. Well, that's already changed just from the way the wind changes, where things are coming from. So now the highest temperature is going to be like in the high 60s, which is still nice. But I'm telling you this because it's whatever we're looking at is subject to change, right? And that goes with us too. We can kind of fluctuate in what's going on with us, depending on what's happening outside of us. And one of the things that these affirmations and journal prompts do is they help us to see what's going on inside, so that we can affect that. And by becoming stronger and more knowledgeable and tuning into who we are and what our purpose in this life is, we can actually affect the things that are going on around us. And because I've talked many times about the actual thermostat that we have for our lives and how we can change that. And then I talked the other day about how we wear glasses that are depending on what our past is and what we're paying attention to. Whether that means we're wearing glasses that say we're not enough and everything reflects we're not enough, or we don't deserve, and then everything's going to reflect that. And so one of the things that doing these affirmations and these journal prompts and coming to the live on Monday, we talk about a lot of different things that is geared for just the Make Lasting Change group. And so if you're not part of the group, ask to be part of the group so that you can get into that. But we learn different things to do that help us to take off the glasses with the not so good filter and put on some clearer glasses that show possibilities. And so if you want to be part of the group, because this actually feeds out, this live goes out to a couple of different places besides the Make Lasting Change. And so if you're in those places and you want to become part of the group and see what all is happening behind the scenes there, then you go to vickypoole.com. So that's VICKIEPOOLE.com. Answer the questions, because only the people who answer the questions are allowed to be part of the group. And for one thing, that makes everybody feel more comfortable. And it also says something about, if you want to be part of this group and you know that answering the questions is how you get into the group, and you don't answer the questions, I just assume that you're really not wanting to be in the group. There is another agenda. and that may not be true for you. So a lot of times if somebody doesn't answer the questions, I'll shoot them a message and say, hey, make sure you come back in and answer the questions. Some people do, some people don't. So since this is our safe place, our place to celebrate each other and to be vulnerable and help each other, then we want to make sure that if you say you want to be part of the group, that is the action that you have to make in order to be there. So you can, if you definitely want to be part of the group, that is what you need to do. All right. So I'm going to go ahead and share today's affirmation. All right, so hold on just a second. All right, today's affirmation is I honor my body and treat it with respect. And you know, the thing that's really important about honoring our body and treating it with respect is because how we treat our body is actually going to be reflected outside of us. So if you're not treating your body well, and if you're constantly, good morning, Terry, good morning. And if you're constantly saying ugly things about yourself, and I will say, I have been there. There have been times that I would pass by a mirror and I would say, oh my gosh, you're so fat. Why would anybody want to be with you? And, you know, and I said a lot of things that were really ugly to myself. And I thought it didn't mean anything because, you know, I was saying it. And it kind of goes back to my self-worth, right? But the more I said things like that, the more other people said things like that. And so what I'm getting to is that how we talk to ourselves and how we treat our body is a reflection. We'll see it reflected outside of us. So make sure that you're honoring your body. And one of the things that honors your body is doing the self-care every day. And that is one of the things that everybody is encouraged to share in the Make Lasting Change group with a picture, a post, anything that lets us know that you are doing your self-care, because that is a pivotal thing for honoring your body and treating it with respect. And maybe it is saying one day I'm going to eat better. And I don't know how you are with your eating and everything, and that's not what this is all about. But look at the thoughts that you have when you're eating a certain way. If you're eating a certain way and then you're feeling guilty about it, or if you're eating certain things and you think, oh, I probably shouldn't be eating this, but I'm going to eat it anyway. If those thoughts are what's coming through into your mind, then you're not honoring your body. And so it's not saying that you can't eat those things, because let's face it, we can eat any damn thing we want to eat, right? However, it is looking at how we think about the things that we're eating and what we're telling ourselves about the things that we're eating. And a lot of what's going on in your body has to do with what your mind thinks about things. And that's one of the things that I love to help people kind of change, is the way they are showing up for themselves. And so honor your body and treat it with respect. So maybe treating it with respect is making sure that you tell yourself that you love yourself. Doing these affirmations and journal prompts every day help you to honor your body and treat it with respect, because your body is your temple. So your body is how you're worshiping God. Your body is how you're telling the universe that you matter. And so every time you do something that you feel like is not good for you or not honoring your body, then you're effectively telling God or the universe that it doesn't matter, that, you know, You're not there worshiping, and you're not there being a part of the life that you're supposed to be living. And I know that sounds kind of silly for some people, but I'm telling you that that is my interpretation of it. And in the Bible, it talks a lot about honoring God, and that we are the temple of God. And so let's look at what we're doing and what we're saying to our body as a part of worship and honoring God in the universe. And that kind of puts everything in a little bit different perspective. And that doesn't mean that you're supposed to be this skinny little thing, because that is not what I'm saying at all. What I'm saying is that how you feel about the things that you're doing, if you're doing them even though it feels like it's not good for you, then that's when you're not honoring God or honoring the universe. And so it's not every time you slide off the wagon or whatever you feel like your wagon is that you're being bad, because that's not it at all. It's changing the way you look at things, and the things that you look at will change. So as you get into this place of honoring your body and treating it with respect, being kind in your words to yourself, then it's all going to start changing for the better. And you will notice it. You will notice it. So let me get to the journal prompt and let's see what it says. All right. So today's journal prompt is, how have you honored your body this week? So this past week, because today's Sunday, so since last Sunday to today, how have you honored your body? What have you done? Have you been saying things to yourself that are nice? Have you been doing your self-care? Have you been moving your body? Have you been nourishing your body? What have you been doing to honor your body this week? And remember, going into prayer, that is a form of honoring your body too, because that is your connection with God and this temple. So just look at it. How have you honored your body this week? And then I would take it a step further, because today is Sunday. So I would say, on top of that, how have you honored your body this week? And how can I honor my body even greater next week, this upcoming week? How can I honor my body even better this next week? And if every week you will give yourself this prompt and ask yourself, how can I honor my body this next week? And just look and see what shows up for you, and just brain dump everything that comes up. And you will be really surprised when you're writing this out, the ideas and the thoughts that come to you. Go into prayer, go into meditation, and just kind of think about it. What can I do that honors my body? And like I said, it's not all about how you're eating. It is how you're talking to yourself about what you're eating and what you're doing in the world. And, all of those things come together to create our results. And, I've said many, many times, the goal of eating is not to diet and deprive yourself of what you want, right? But it is getting in touch with your body and seeing what makes it feel good and what makes it feel bad. And when you find out what makes it feel bad, you start going away from those things that make you feel bad. Because let's face it, we want to feel good. We want to feel energized. We want to feel confident in ourself and joyful. And when we are not doing the things that honor our body, we become a little bit depressed. We become a little bit what is the word for it? Not energized? That's not the right word. So what is the word for not energized? I don't know why it's not coming to me. So Terry, if you're still there, what is a word for not being energized? Oh my goodness, the things that that happen in my head. It's like, I don't know. So Um, but we want to feel good in our bodies and in our life. And so, like I said, it's not, I'm not saying go on a diet at all, at all. Sluggish. Ah, yes. Sluggish. That is great. Thank you, Terry. Oh, my heavens. So, if you would like to feel energized instead of sluggish, then just pay attention to what your body's telling you, because your body, your temple is talking to you all the time. So, if you're like, one of the things that happens to me sometimes, and like this morning, I got up and I thought, well, maybe I'll go for a walk now. And I thought, well, I'm going to wait till later because I wanted to do a few things and get on here. And then I have a column I'm going to be getting on at 11 o'clock, and then it'll be warmer and I'm going to do my walk. And so, what's really, really important for me today is to make sure I keep my word to myself and I do that walk. And because I'm keeping my word to myself, I show up differently. And the same for you. No matter what's going on, whatever you tell yourself, make sure that you do it. And that's honoring yourself and your body by doing that. Even if it's not that your promise is to physically do something, you're still honoring your body, because when you're doing the things you say you're going to do, your subconscious mind really gets on board with things. Even if it has nothing to do with your physical body, it is still honoring your body, because how we do one thing is how we do everything. And we want to have this magnificent, joyful, energized life. So just look at what's going on right now. How have you honored your body this past week? And how can you honor your body even more going forward this week? And revisit that every week and ask, if nothing else, ask yourself that question. And remember that honoring your body is not all about the food that you eat. It is the food that you put into your mind. It's the food that you put into your relationships. It's the food that you put into the world. So you're always feeding your body in some way or another that has nothing to do with food. And so find that place where you can look at it as all the things that you do are food for your body, not just the physical food that you eat. All right. So thank you, Terry, for being here and giving me the the thing that was the opposite of energized. I appreciate that. And I want to make sure I remember. Well, I am remembering, so okay. I want to make sure that you have set your calendar if you can possibly be there. Ah, yes, it is. It is a great Sunday already because I get to be here with you, Terry. Ah, um, and so make sure that you put it on your calendar for tomorrow, the live in the group, Make Lasting Change, 9 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. And we're going to be celebrating everybody and there. And then we're going to be talking about something special that I'm going to teach you and share with you. And when you get on the live and there's other people there, the energy shifts and changes, and epiphanies come to you, and it just becomes this place where magic happens, and you encourage each other by being there. And I'm just so excited to share with you every Monday. And that is the place I want you to really, really be there, so that you can effectively change the vibration of the entire group by having your presence there. All right. So I will, and I say so much that I'm really working on that one, and I hear it in my head every time I say it. So see, there we go. I will be working on that as we go forward. And I sometimes don't remember. I'm thinking, is that the right sign? Remember. Don't remember. Okay. Don't remember. All right. Be blessed. Have this amazing Sunday, and I will see you guys tomorrow. Almost forgot. Um, Make sure that with the affirmation that you write it on your sticky notes, your index cards, your mirror, put it as a screensaver on your phone, but put it where you can see it. And then your journal prompt, make sure, and I know Terry, you have a special journal for your journal prompts. And so a lot of people are taking your lead with that. But if you don't want to, or if you don't have a specific journal for the journal prompts, at least write it down on a piece of paper, create a folder. And this is one that would be really, really great for you to be using every week on top of the other ones. And it doesn't take but just a few minutes, but definitely, definitely explore how you've honored your body the past week and how you honor your body for the weeks coming forward. And that actually helps you when you're writing it out, helps your brain and your heart and everything to connect. And so all these different ideas come to you that might not come to you if you're just doing a digital journal. You have a blessed day, and I will see you tomorrow, 9 a.m. Eastern Time, and have an amazing day, Terry. And anybody that is watching the replay, make sure you put hashtag replay. And as you share your self-care or your journal prompts in, which is a self-care thing, anything that you share in the group, make sure you put hashtag PT Vibes, and I will see you guys tomorrow. Mwah.